the Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Imagine going from rock bottom to becoming a rock star. I recently listened to a book by author Ryan Blair, and he did just that. He started in gang activity, using drugs and selling drugs, to becoming the co-founder of the company ViSalus. He went from selling drugs, which harms people, to selling health products, which helps people. Another person that did something similar was Curtis Jackson, who also goes by the name 50 Cent. He started in New York City, in the same city where I was born, Queens, New York, and he was involved in gang activity. When I was living in New York about 4 years ago, my brother-in-law took me to the spot where he got shot. We drove to the spot and he said, "Yo, 50 Cent was shot right there." That's how people from New York talk. "Yo, son, that's where 50 Cent got shot." Man, he was shot 9 times. And from that, he saw that he needed to change. Gang life, the low life, was not working for him. He then successfully launched a successful rap career and founded Guerrilla Unit, a record label. He also starred in several movies and also had his own drink, vitamin water formula 50. How was Ryan Blair and Curtis Jackson able to do this? They were able to transmutate their energy. They were able to take negative energy and turn that into positive energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. And in life, we have 2 types of energy. We have negative energy and we have positive energy. Yin and yang. And they both exist. But the key is to not ignore those energies and to pretend that they don't exist. It's to feel that energy and use that to accomplish something greater. How many of you have seen the picture online, Famous Failures? I have it right here, and I will pass it around. Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan were all famous failures. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper company for saying that he lacked original ideas. Steve Jobs was fired from the company that he started himself. But they all went on to change the course of history. How many of you have an iPhone? You can thank Steve Jobs in his persistence for that. Michael Jordan, arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time, getting cut from his high school basketball team. Doesn't make any sense. Throughout my life, I've had negative moments. And through those negative moments, I turned those into positive outcomes. In the book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, he talks about a burning desire. You have to have a burning desire and a will to succeed. That's the only way you will succeed. When I was in 9th grade, I was a horrible student. I stayed up late playing video games and watching anime. And the sleep that I missed, I would make up for in school. I don't know whose idea it was to wake children up at 6 a.m., put them on a bus and haul them off to school. I remember my 9th grade biology class. The teacher played a boring movie. Figured I'll catch up on some sleep. Had my head on my desk. and I'm sleeping, and I'm in the middle of a great dream. When the woman sitting next to me rudely wakes me up. Why are you waking me up? Can you keep it down? What do you mean? I'm sleeping. No, you're snoring. Another instance in my law academy class in 9th grade, the teacher tortured us by playing the most boring movie you can ever imagine. I'm going to sleep. I'm sleeping, and then I just hear a loud boom. That woke Marina up. And it also woke me up. I'm looking around, and the teacher drops my textbook on my desk, and I wake up to a detention note sitting right there. At the end of the 9th grade year, we took a test called the FCAT, which is a standardized test designed to measure our levels of intelligence and aptitude. I scored a 4 and a 5 on the FCAT. And during the summer, my school, which was Palm Bay High School, sent me a letter to come in. When I went in, there was a group of students that they called in and said that because we did so well, that they're going to move us to honors classes. That actually made me feel empowered. Wow. I'm not just some average kid with no intelligence. I actually have potential. But as I entered 10th grade and I had 4 honors classes, I was telling someone that I had honors chemistry with Mr. Peckage. If you went to Palm Bay High, you knew Mr. Peckage. He was famous for having half his class drop his class the first month. I was telling my friend that I had Mr. Peckage, and he said, "You better drop that class. You're going to fail." And I said, "I'm not going to fail, just you watch." That year, I worked my butt off. And not only did I receive an A in Mr. Peckage's class, it was the first time that I received straight A's in my entire school career. I had over a 4.0 GPA because honors classes were weighted. Then after high school, I went to college. Then I became lazy again. I failed Cal 2 twice. But I was still able to go to the school that I've always wanted to go to, which was University of Florida. I now attend University of Florida, which is a high-ranking school, also where Chastity graduated from, and I'm majoring in my passion, which is psychology, and minoring in business. I was able to do that because I took the negative energy, the lows, the having grades that looked like words on my report card. It would spell things like CAD and back and everything, to getting straight A's and now attending University of Florida. And another instance of where I transmutated negative energy and I turned those into positive outcomes was when I was in 9th grade again. I was chubby and I was picked on. I wasn't a health freak, a health addict. You would not see me running some 12-mile race. And one day I was made fun of, and it really hurt me. I started crying at a young age. And at that point I felt the low, I felt the emotional low to where I said, I have to change. I need to change. It wasn't an option anymore. And when you get to that point where you have a burning desire to succeed, you can accomplish great things. My older brother was driving around and he found some rusty weights that people were throwing out. He looked at it and I said, "Can you grab that? I want to use it." I was 13 years old at the time. And there was a machine called the Ab Scissor by Body by Jake, which they had a commercial for, and I've seen people transforming, going from chubby to having ripped abs with this. So I was nagging my mom, "Mom, could you buy me this? Mom, could you buy me this?" And eventually she bought it. I had a routine during the summer, going from 9th grade to 10th grade, where I would lift weights for 30 minutes, curling, benching, and then after 30 minutes of lifting weights, I would run in my house for 30 minutes. One day I was lifting weights, benching in the living room, but I didn't have any clamps for the weights, which you put on to hold the weights in place. So then one of the weights fell off onto the floor while I'm still trying to lift. So then I had one of these, and then when I turned this way, or the weight turned this way, another weight fell off, so it counterbalanced this way. And then that kept happening until all of the weights fell off, and then the weights fell and hit my mom's glass table and broke it.
Oops.
Yeah. If you're gonna lift weights in your house, be smart about it. I wasn't that smart back then. And then, within a month, I saw the transformation. I saw abs for the first time in my life, and I actually had some muscle. I felt good. And I continued lifting throughout my high school career. I joined a wrestling team, I joined boxing, and then after high school and in college, I had a medical disorder, and that caused me to go into a depression. I stopped lifting weights, I lost all my muscle, and became lazy and depressed, and lost hope. But being at that low level, I decided I did not want to be there anymore. I didn't like being at that low. I didn't like feeling depressed. I didn't like feeling like there was no hope. So I decided to take control of my life. I decided to start eating healthy, eating more vegetables, and doing research. Started to work out again slowly but surely, and now I'm the strongest that I've ever been. I'm benching over 300, squatting maybe in the 400s, I'm not sure, and I was able to do that. I went from lifting in high school, becoming really strong, losing all of that strength and gaining it back. Success is a mindset. To become successful at anything, you must simply adopt that frame of mind and tune into that frame of mind. You must take the negative outcomes, feeling those negative emotions. You can't ignore those emotions. These emotions are trying to tell you something. Anytime you feel depressed, anytime you feel angry, anytime you feel hurt, your emotions are telling you something. And you have to rationally look at those emotions and see what they're trying to tell you. Maybe there's something about your life you need to change. Maybe there's something going on in your life that's holding you back, that's keeping you down, that's keeping you low. You have the power to change that. Our mind is so powerful. We can do anything with the power of our mind. So I want you to ask yourself a question. What's holding you back from living the life of your dreams? What's keeping you back? If you have something that's holding you back, don't let it hold you down. We have unlimited potential. You were able to complete a 12-mile race and a manual, something that I don't think I will do. But who knows, maybe I'll do it one day. Tim, you came from another country, not speaking any English, and you were able to join Toastmasters and then become a district champion for public speaking and also earning your degree in interpersonal communication. There's many people here who have stories like that. But what else? What else can you accomplish? I'm sure many of you have accomplished many great things, but there's many more great things that you can accomplish through the power, the unlimited power of your mind. Mr. Toastmaster.